Hi, welcome to the quiz. You can answer along on quizalto.com, all for free. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started, good luck. What is the purpose of AWS Shield Advanced? Provides enhanced DDoS protection. Optimizes Lambda functions. Secures S3 buckets. Automates backup solutions. AWS Shield Advanced provides enhanced DDoS protection beyond the capabilities of AWS Shield Standard. What is the key differentiator between AWS Shield Standard and AWS Shield Advanced? Access to Route 53 routing policies. Encrypted communication channels. Enhanced protection mechanisms. Integration with AWS Lambda. The key differentiator between AWS Shield Standard and AWS Shield Advanced is the enhanced protection mechanisms provided by AWS Shield Advanced. What is the key advantage of AWS Shield's automated protections against DDoS attacks? It provides real-time detection and mitigation without manual intervention. It automatically encrypts sensitive data at rest. It offers one-time password generation for user access. It integrates with third-party intrusion detection systems. The key advantage of AWS Shield's automated protections against DDoS attacks is the ability to provide real-time detection and mitigation without requiring manual intervention from the customer. Which AWS Shield service includes 24/7 access to the AWS DDoS response team? AWS Shield Standard. AWS Firewall Manager. AWS Shield Advanced. AWS WAF. AWS Shield Advanced includes 24/7 access to the AWS DDoS response team for assistance during DDoS attacks. What is the main function of AWS Shield Advanced real-time monitoring? Monitor API calls. Encrypt network traffic. Automate deployment pipelines. Immediately detect DDoS attacks. The main function of AWS Shield Advanced real-time monitoring is to immediately detect and respond to DDoS attacks. What does AWS Shield provide to protect against application layer DDoS attacks? Network monitoring. Web application firewall protection. IAM user policies. Disk encryption. AWS Shield provides protection against application layer DDoS attacks through web application firewall protection. What does AWS Shield provide to protect against network and transport layer DDoS attacks? Application monitoring. Storage encryption. Detection and mitigation. Access control lists. AWS Shield provides detection and mitigation capabilities to protect against network and transport layer DDoS attacks. What is the benefit of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 7 Adaptive Rate Controls feature? It helps protect against application layer DDoS attacks by rate-limiting requests. It provides encryption of data in transit. It backups and restores data automatically. It offers cost protection coverage during DDoS attacks. The Layer 7 Adaptive Rate Controls feature in AWS Shield Advanced helps protect against application layer DDoS attacks by rate-limiting requests, ensuring application availability during traffic spikes. What is the main advantage of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and 4 protection capabilities? They can defend against network and transport layer attacks. They secure data transmission between AWS services. They automate server resource provisioning. They help improve database query performance. The main advantage of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and 4 protection capabilities is their ability to defend against network and transport layer DDoS attacks, helping prevent disruptions to application availability and performance. What is a key advantage of using AWS Shield Advanced in combination with AWS WAF? Serverless application development. Dedicated VPN connections. Data replication for durability. Comprehensive protection against different layers of attack. Using AWS Shield Advanced in combination with AWS WAF provides comprehensive protection against different layers of attack. What are the two tiers of AWS Shield? Essential and Premier. Light and Premium. Standard and Advanced. Basic and Pro. AWS Shield offers two tiers of protection: Standard, which is automatically included for all AWS customers, and Advanced, which provides additional DDoS protection features. What is the purpose of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and 4 protection capabilities? To encrypt data in transit. To monitor user activity and permissions. To provide multi-region replication. To defend against network and transport layer DDoS attacks. The purpose of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and 4 protection capabilities is to defend against network and transport layer DDoS attacks, helping protect applications from potential disruptions caused by malicious traffic. What types of resources can AWS Shield protect? On-premises servers. Legacy mainframe systems. Virtual private servers from other providers. Web applications running on AWS. AWS Shield can protect web applications that are running on AWS infrastructure, safeguarding them against DDoS attacks. What is a key advantage of using AWS Shield Advanced for DDoS protection compared to using AWS Shield Standard alone? Database replication for high availability. Encryption of all network traffic. Multi-user access control. Real-time DDoS mitigation capabilities. A key advantage of using AWS Shield Advanced is its real-time DDoS mitigation capabilities compared to using AWS Shield Standard alone. What does AWS Shield Advanced automatically enable for AWS CloudFront distributions to provide additional protection against DDoS attacks? Security headers. Advanced caching. SSL encryption. AWS WAF rules. AWS Shield Advanced automatically enables AWS WAF rules for AWS CloudFront distributions to provide additional protection against DDoS attacks. What does AWS Shield Advanced provide to assist customers with protection against large and sophisticated DDoS attacks? 24/7 access to DDoS response team. Multi-region replication. User access control. Automated backup tools. AWS Shield Advanced includes 24/7 access to the AWS DDoS response team to assist customers with protection against large and sophisticated DDoS attacks. What does the AWS Shield Threat Landscape Report provide insights into? Availability zone outages. S3 bucket permission settings. Lambda function performance metrics. Emerging DDoS attack trends. The AWS Shield Threat Landscape Report provides insights into emerging DDoS attack trends and protection recommendations. What service is not part of the AWS Shield suite? AWS Shield Advanced, AWS Glacier, AWS Shield Advanced, AWS Shield Standard. Amazon Glacier is not part of the AWS Shield suite. What is the primary purpose of AWS Shield Standard against DDoS attacks? Automated detection and mitigation. Backup and recovery management. Data encryption at rest. Cross-region replication. The primary purpose of AWS Shield Standard is automated detection and mitigation of DDoS attacks to protect AWS resources and applications. What is the primary purpose of AWS Shield Standard? To manage access control policies. To optimize Lambda functions. To encrypt data in transit. To protect against common DDoS attacks. The primary purpose of AWS Shield Standard is to protect against common distributed denial of service attacks. What is the primary benefit of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and 4 protection capabilities? They help protect against network and transport layer DDoS attacks. They enable multi-region replication. They help encrypt data in transit. They provide application-level security controls. The primary benefit of AWS Shield Advanced's Layer 3 and Layer 4 protection capabilities is that they help protect against network and transport layer DDoS attacks, safeguarding applications from a wide range of potential threats. What is the main focus of AWS Shield Advanced in terms of DDoS protection? Ensuring server uptime and performance. Providing enhanced DDoS protection above the standard level. Integrating with third-party firewall solutions. Mitigating the impact of software vulnerabilities. The main focus of AWS Shield Advanced is to provide enhanced DDoS protection beyond the standard level, offering additional features and capabilities to safeguard applications against a wide range of threats. What is the key benefit of using AWS Shield Standard for DDoS protection compared to not using DDoS protection services? Serverless application development. Secure audit logging. Public sector compliance. Defense against common attack types. A key benefit of using AWS Shield Standard is the defense it provides against common DDoS attack types compared to not using DDoS protection services. What AWS Shield service includes a cost protection feature to safeguard against unexpected DDoS traffic bursts? AWS Shield Advanced. AWS WAF. AWS Firewall Manager. AWS Shield Standard. AWS Shield Advanced includes a cost protection feature to safeguard against unexpected DDoS traffic bursts. What is the purpose of AWS Shield's DDoS Resilience Center? To monitor network traffic for potential threats. To store backup copies of data. To oversee compliance with data protection regulations. To provide real-time assistance during DDoS attacks. The DDoS Resilience Center associated with AWS Shield is designed to provide real-time assistance and guidance to customers facing DDoS attacks, helping them respond effectively to such incidents. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.